Welcome to What Was I Saying Blog KDB. I am now always going to hold the microphone. It keeps on going up and down, stuff like that. My name's Kevin Berg. I'm here to provoke thought, move humanity just a little bit closer. This is when I realized what I did as an auditor really, what it really comes down to. So, actually, I audited this terminal and I forgot where. And unfortunately, they had somebody pass away that was like a supervisor after he worked a late shift. And this was the first audit after that. Like only a couple months. Their audit did not go well, unfortunately. Their audit did not go well at all. It was very, very bad. Like so bad we'd come back in like 3 months or maybe even 2 months, because that's how bad it was. I did my due diligence. I created the folders. I went through everything. I made copies. I had a stack of like that big of information. The audit was like this thick. It was probably 15 pages alone, or 10 pages, which is a lot for a small terminal. Small terminal usually gets about maybe 3 to 4 at the most. And small operation, right? I would like to sit down with you and go over what I found in the audit. Exactly what happens. I'll never forget this. I'm sitting in the manager's office. He's at his desk, and I go, "Here's what I found." He's like, "Get the fuck out of here." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Leave. Leave now." And I'm like, "Go." And I'm like, the gravity of the situation is I'm from corporate, really, and I'm presenting him what I found after a very tragic, dramatic kind of things happened there. But I just wanted to show them. He ushers me out of his office. He slams the door. I'm like, what the fuck do you do in this situation? As an auditor, as an operations assistant, as someone from corporate, I have to go through everything. I have to go through everything so he understands the issues that we found, so he can make a corrective plan of action and go about making it better. Only says, "This place has been through a lot. It's fucking audit shit. Goodbye." Slams the door. I put the audit and the material in front of the door, and I called John, my manager. I'm like, "John, he kicked me out of the office before I could go over anything." And John's like, "Say what?" And I'm like, he physically like pushed me basically out his office and told me to get the fuck out of there because they had someone because he said they went through a real big thing and this is a bunch of bullshit. This kind of threw me. This threw me. It only happened once when I audited. Once when I audited. I remember it threw me to such a point. I actually went to a mall and I got my Tom Clancy book. I forgot what Tom Clancy book it was. And I started reading. It's like this thick. And I remember just sitting there and I'm like, I'm just trying to help him out. I'm just trying to help him be compliant. I am just trying to help him out with my work, with my effort, with my spirit, personality, soul. I am just trying to help him out. I'm going to say something. People are like, oh, of course they do. The field fucking doesn't like to be audited. Agreed. No one would like to be audited, but how would you find a dynamic, a requirement, a baseline, a guideline, a fundamental to move up so you could do better in your process, in your organization, your facility, whatever it may be? He was trying to do everything, and I was showing him basically, it's not working, man. I'm very sorry about what happened. I'm very sorry that happened, and I don't know how to express that anymore because I could just say I'm sorry, but I want to try to help and acknowledge where now you have issues. Four hours later, I'm waiting for the plane. I'm looking through my audit. I'm looking through my material. I'm like analyzing, like, what did I do wrong? 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 How could I have done it better? How could I have done it better? How could I have done it better? How could I... He almost lost his job because of this, folks. The regional manager was fucking pissed. They just spent me 60 hours there, flying back, forth, rental car, food, the whole nine. And I never had a chance to go over with what I found because their manager kicked me out. He almost lost his job. What's the moral to this? The moral to this is sometimes it is what it is because the facts lie where they are. I couldn't go any lighter on that audit because that would not have been a fair presentation of what was going on at that terminal at that time. Regional manager asked us to come in post, unfortunately, that guy passed away. I don't know where this manager is. I don't know how this terminal is running. I'm not getting much of input or output or info coming back from the field. I'm like, okay. My thoroughness was seen almost like at a fault because of what I found. See, I took it very personally when he pushed me out the door. I understand people don't like auditors. I understand the process is shit. I understand that some of the, the documentation and the volumes, operations manual and the other manuals sometimes go astray. And, it's all in the kind of like how you interpret it. But I took it to a front because I wanted to help him out. I wanted to serve a purpose. I wanted to represent work that I put into small class 4, class 5, class 3 or 4. Yeah. And I don't know, it's like 40 doors, something like that. Like 80 people, something like that, I took it to a front. I was really affected. I was truly affected. The next time I presented an audit, I felt trepidation, not only for that person, but for me. Your job may suck. Your job may be shitty. Your job may be auditing. That guy did not, I know what happened. He did not respect the effort that I put in to what I put in. We're talking 12 to 15 hour days straight. You go home with the audit. You work on the audit. You walk in at 5. No, I'm sorry. You walk in at 6:30 to 7. Line haul comes back at 7. I'm sorry. Line haul gets going 6:37, 8 o'clock, you are still there. I'm trying to move them forward. I'm not trying to point out everything that's wrong. I'm trying to move them forward. In life, when you want to move forward, sometimes you are pushed back. I was pushed back. My name's Berg. What was I saying? Blog KDB. I'm here to provoke thought, move humanity forward. With that, let's pray for world peace. Pray for you and me. And move a little forward. Kevin out.